And so we begin. Good morning, everybody. I'm your host for today, John Battaglia. Oh, I'm hearing myself twice because I was checking if the stream works. That is fantastic, isn't it? I'm your host today here at Sensational. John Battaglia is my name, and sim racing is surely the game. We've got a little bit more of a smaller skirmishing grid for today for a 2 times 30-minute sprint. So, should be absolutely fantastic. And the story for today, so far in the free practices, Liam Curran has been the top dog, or top goose, as we like to say. And as it stands at the moment, Nathan Henderson's still on the chase, but Ohm is back to lay down some pace in the Audi, so it should be very interesting. Should be very interesting for today. Looking forward to it very, very much. We're just going to assess how people get on with laps. I can't be too loud and rambunctious today, just for the initial, because over here in the lovely land of the UK, it's still about 9:30. One of my dear relatives is still in bed, so I can't really be too loud. Mostly, well, we will be, but oh well. So as it stands at the moment, looking at who is going to be on the hot lap, we're just going to get into it. And I believe, yeah, that is Oliver coming back. Ohm is going to be the first runner and rider for today in the Audi. And we're going to see how they get on with an onboard lap. So the Audi, not too bad with the curbs. It is a little bit squirrely. You need to be very precise on how you're getting your throttle inputs in and what exactly you're doing to bring the car around Imola in the best fashion. The curbs will unsettle it quite a lot, as you can sort of see there. I mean, they're just having a little bit of a struggle trying to maintain the pace through, and it looks as if this isn't even much of a quali effort so far. I think could possibly be in a little bit of an outlook. I'm not sure. Just not seeming as pacey as they usually are. Now they're still giving it a good go over the netcode, because they're from Europe, is a little bit of a special one. And I'm currently trying to wrangle this Audi around, coming up to the sausage curves here. Eats them up quite nicely, not looking too shabby. And is just going to power down the hill here to second to last turn here before the big straight. It's quite tidy, it's quite clean. It's not a bad effort there by Ohm. There's definitely more pace on the table there. And we're just going to see what they come out with provisionally. It's a 141.3. It's not a bad effort at all. Nathan Henderson's going to come across the line now. And let's see what they're going to lay down. Sauer is behind. It's not going to be a lap just yet. Mirza Maznik with a 42.8. Liam Curran now come across the line in the Loosey Goosey AMG. Nothing just yet. Pete Turner there with a 44.4, quite strong for the AMs at the moment. Biggie Hugs in the Pro class. Max Moron back to the grid. Lovely to see that. Mike Lewin for Tiger Racing. Imola's not been a bad track for them. NNG, or Nick NG I should say. Coming up with a 43.0. James Lewis here, I think currently leading the AMs at the moment, having some brilliant performances lately. 43.5 is the current time. It's going to be Red de Guzman in the Honda, now coming across. Not a bad effort there, and it's a 43.6. Mark Stevens, Oliver Aravina. Now putting down a bit of pace. It's going to be an outlap. Ohm. Just going to check the timesheets. It's not going to be an improvement for Imola at this moment in time, as things are starting to come a bit more to a boil. It's going to be Nathan Henderson now, squirreling the Aston Martin around. Oh, squirreling is a word I'm going to probably be using quite a bit today, judging by the looks of things. And it's a 41.1 there, very strong time there by Henderson to lay it down. Very decent time there, as it looks like you need to get good plastered over the rear bumper. It's going to be Liam Curran now coming across the line a little bit closer here. Liam Curran there doesn't seem to be making that significant improvement. Time still to come here for Max Moron. Yeah, it's not a lot so far. Nick and G. It's going to be provisional P3 at the moment. And are people just trying to get the times down? And we're just going to head on board here with Liam Curran, using second to just escape the corner here. A little bit of a loss of traction there for Liam Curran. It says a very stacked pro grid for today, and 5 AMs battling it out. Liam Curran currently looking quite strong on the timings at this moment in time, but haven't yet laid down a proper lap. But from what race controls are telling me, it's looking like it could be a very decent effort here. Liam Curran surely on the push. And what effort is it going to surmount to? Lucy Goosey puts it P2 with a 41.165, very close. Nathan Henderson holds the provisional pole at this moment in time, but it's Nick and G. Nick and G currently trying to put a hand onto the upper places here for P5 and P4. Is it going to be enough at this moment in time during the qualifying? No, it's not. It's an improvement, but it's not an improvement enough at this moment in time. James Lewin is at the moment nearly half a second improvement. Again, it's going to be good, but it's not going to certainly just be enough just yet. Mike Lewin now. Oh, someone had a bit of a moment in the sand there. As Mike's just having a little issue trying to get the car completely hooked up at this moment in time. Young's joined the party a little bit late. By the looks of things, Mike Lewin here, he's trying to find just a bit more tempo, but it's just not working out. He's going to let someone come past now. One person that is on a better lap is Red de Guzman. Honda not too shabby around here. It can, however, do Honda things, the Power Dreams, and just seem to lose the rear at times. But it can be a strong contender if you just know how to get the most out of it, and Red de Guzman currently trying to do so. A little bit of nerve sending it over the curbs there, I think, as anybody could imagine, in the Honda. And Red de Guzman currently surmounting a decent push at this moment in time. No sponsors, because why would you have them? Why would you have them? James Hunt in his Formula 1 season for Hesketh never had them, so I guess Red de Guzman following suit. Red de Guzman here surmounting a decent push towards the line. And it's going to be a real decent improvement to put them P10. Mark Stevens puts themselves up to P7, so not a bad effort. I'm currently going faster as well. And this very much could be for pole for today. I mean, Owen was up, but they lost it in the last corner. Liam Curran, another driver, trying to find a little bit more tempo here. They are up on the timesheets. There's 9 minutes to go. And it still is a bit of a toss-up between these three for pole. Liam Curran here just trying to extract the most out of the car, and just ahead of them, ironically, is the pole sitter Nathan Henderson. Nathan Henderson at this moment isn't on an improvement, but right behind, Liam Curran was on an improvement. They were on an improvement, but it just, as you can see it there, they just lost it on the curbs, and that is going to end their effort. But Mike Lewin's done a pretty decent lap so far. It's going to be about a second improvement by the looks of things, which is going to really promote them up the order. Oh no, it's not actually. It must have been an invalidation there by Mike Lewin. They're currently up now, 7/10. We're going to hop on board for the lap and see how they're getting on. And it seems like Lewin's got a much better read of the McLaren at this moment in time, and they're starting to scythe it through some of the faster sections of Imola here. Mike Lewin's on a pretty good time at the moment. He's coming up to nearly a second improvement, which he really needs to find to put himself a bit more up the order. He needs to find about a second and a half to get him back more towards the pro field here. And what I can tell you, Mike Lewin is still up about 7/10, skating over the curbs here. Not a bad effort. It's a substantial improvement through the sausage curbs there. He's keeping it very concise at the moment, and it's going to be a very decent and tidy lap put together by Tiger Racing here. It's going to be at least a second and then some by Mike Lewin. He puts himself P10, and he clings a bit more onto the coattails of some of his competitors up ahead. Eric Yang as well, trying to find a bit more tempo. Looked up on the times, but sincerely not enough just yet. Nathan Henderson holds on to the top spot at this moment in time. Liam Curran is going to start their lap now. And the story Imola so far: Liam Curran second on the step, I'm third on the step. Nathan Henderson, I don't know how to put it, but is on an absolute stormer of a season so far. They've really just unlocked a bit more form as it stands at the moment, and Nathan here could even be in the 40s. We're not too sure. We're just going to keep on board with them now in the Aston. Currently fighting the delta, but one other person that is fighting the delta too, who's up by nearly 4/10, is Liam Curran. Liam Curran here. Oh, a little bit screwly there, and a little bit of time lost. Anything's going to improve though, by a little, and Liam Curran just has to keep the lap together. It's about 3/10 improvement. This will be for provisional pole. Can he keep the lap together? Oh, it's nearly gone, but it's not. It's kept together just about. Squirreling at the wheel is going to be Liam Curran. Loosey-goosey, I believe, taking provisional pole there with a 40 tight. There you are, 40.7.
take a bow. Take a bow. What a lap.
And the gauntlet is laid down for Nathan Henderson, who is improving as well. It's not over between these two by any stretch of the imagination. Liam Curran here for Get Good Racing. I'd love to be chanting loudly about these people, but I must maintain a decent level of volume for the cast for the time being. Forgive me, ladies and germs, because we're still in the UK. I know, you're all in the evening time over there having a bevy, but I'm here with a nice cup of coffee near 10 AM and someone's having a snooze, so we make do, we do our best. Just like Nathan Henderson is on this lap at this moment in time. Oh, but they're going to park it, and it's going to be a little bit of a loss there. AKG is currently improving on their lap 2. They're currently coming downhill. Currently P6, and they're looking to promote themselves into the P5 positions. There's a little bit of an order starting to set up at the moment. And what I can safely tell you is the volume can increase, because the person who should have been in bed is now downstairs. So, we can actually be a little bit louder and bring some more energy to the cast, ladies and germs. So, as it stands, Biggie Hugs currently on an improvement. And Biggie Hugs is currently P6 at this moment in time. They might put themselves a little bit more up the order. They're going to be P6 for now. Eric Yang as well, trying to get a bit more pace out of the PM. They're looking to put it P5. Is it going to be enough so far? Oh, look at how close that is. Look at how close that is. Not a lot in it. Not a lot in it between these cars. So it's going to be Biggie Hugs here trying to claim the most out of the timesheets at the moment. Story so far, and the battle for pole is no seeming improvements from the top 3. Ohm is a smidgen more of an improvement currently, but it's not enough looking at things. If that changes, we will get back to you, but Biggie Hugs nearly half a second on that time at the moment. Biggie Hugs at the moment putting down an absolute slapper of a lap together. Skates it over the curbs here. Oh, a little bit squirrely coming out of that section, but keeps it in. This is a substantial lap so far. This could put them up to the top 3. If Biggie Hugs can keep this together, this would be an absolutely sensational lap, and it's looking even better. It's 6/10 up currently. Can they keep it? We don't know. Powers it out the last turn. It is 0.5, just about climbing. Oh, this is going to be close. This is going to be really close. Can they put themselves into P4, or is it just going to be P5? It's not. Wait, it's not improvement. It's an invalidation. Oh my lord! He was on an absolutely fantastic lap. An absolutely fantastic lap, and that is a massive shame there. Massive shame. Wow, I'm genuinely a little bit dumbfounded there. I was convinced. Oh, Mike Lewin there takes a bit of the sand with him. One person that's trying to find an improvement so far for the pole, and this is their last lap. It's going to be Nathan Henderson. And bear in mind, this decides the grid order. Just to make sure that I'm absolutely correct and to show you, there will be 2 sprint races for today. Oh no, and as I've hit that, because the session time is over, we're now stuck with this screen. Oh dear. But yeah, the story so far, just to relay it to you all, Liam Curran takes P1. It was in doubt. It was not a done deal by any stretch. Nathan Henderson P2. Ohm's on a slight improvement. It's not by much. Biggie Hugs is on an improvement by about 5/10. We're going to have to make do with this. with this screen as it is, with our
unfortunate view because I clicked return to garage to check a few bits, but biggie hugs 0.6
currently on the Delta, looking decent, looking
very decent indeed, and it's going to be an improvement. Is it going to be P4? Is it going to be P3? What is it going to be? Oh my lord, biggie hugs, take a bow.
What a lap. And Imola at the death puts up an improvement, but it's not enough. Biggie Hugs takes P3. What a substantial lap. What a stonker of a lap there from Biggie Hugs. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Take a bow. That was fantastic.
So, there's a little bit to unpack there, isn't there? I think there is, certainly.
So your grid order for today. Liam Curran takes the P1 top step. As I said, not a done deal by any stretch of the imagination. Nathan Henderson, as I like to nickname it, is P2 for your sprint races today. Biggie Hugs, with a sensational stonker of a lap, puts it P3, outperforms very much so from their previous form, I have to say. Imola putting it P4, sorry, as it stands at the moment, as I'm just going to give you the grid walk. It's almost as if these two liveries at the front are a little bit self-inspired with each other, aren't they? So, as I said, Liam Curran P1, Nathan Henderson P2, Biggie Hugs P3, Imola P4. Now onto the ones I haven't covered so far. Maznik P5, Nick NG P6, Eric Yang P7, Mike Lewin P8, inseparable these two, Mark Stevens P9. Mike Lewin actually made some good improvements there. James Lewin takes P10, Max Moron takes P11, Red de Guzman takes P12, Pete Turner takes P13, Sal takes P14, and Aravina takes P15. Those are your runners and riders per se for the start of today's race, and let me tell you, it's going to be nothing short of a sensational, I should say. Apologies to my co-casters who admin team who will be watching this going, Charlie, do the thing. Bonus points for those who recognise the theme that I've stuck on in the background as we wait for the start of today's race. And it's an interesting discussion here, I have to say. Biggie Hugs putting at P3 is something I didn't have on the bingo cards whatsoever, but that is where they're going to be, and is it going to be where they're going to stay? They're going to have a very plucky Willie Boys Audi chasing behind. So there's plenty to look at in terms of this grid. There's plenty to analyse, plenty to see. And just enough time to see it in by the looks of things. We are going to jump out here and we're going to see, as these lot take off, what is undoubtedly going to be a fantastic opener for the sprint races today. 30 minutes, no pit stop, pedal to the metal, as they're going to take off for the formation lap.
Man, have we got one hell of a race start today. Let me tell you, it's going to be absolutely fantastic. I cannot wait. Cannot wait to see how this all kicks off for today, let me tell you. Any predictions in the chat, please feel free to shove it in. I mean, It really is going to be something special here. I'm just getting race control to function. There we go. We've got things a bit more functional here in the chat. Here in the chat, here in the box. You can tell that I'm letting my coffee seep into me at the moment. I can't really give you an accurate prediction for today. I just don't know. It's so close to call. Nathan Henderson will certainly be trying to find a bit more tempo in this race. I think Liam Curran's not going to have an easy day of it. I think Nathan Henderson's really put a bit more of a battle to him and makes him look in the rear mirrors a bit more, but Biggie Hugs there will certainly be trying to be a bit more opportunistic. Anything can happen here. And just to chime in with the comments, because I do have them up on the side so I can see what you all type, so please do engage with me, give me some love, give me some hate, give me something. Speedy Stevens in the beautiful, yeah, Stevens looking fan-dabby-dozy in that livery, I have to say. I love it. Always been a good favourite. There isn't an Xbox tier per se, this is on PC, mate, just to let you know. And I appreciate the nice commentary, bless you kind sir, bless you kind sir. So, take a moment. I hope you got your drink in hand. I hope you've got popcorn ready. It's going to be a pretty intense start to today. They're coming up to the start finish now. As we take a breath, we take a moment. Liam Curran, he knows what he's got to do, but I don't know how easy it's going to be for him to do it, and I don't think it's going to be easy at all. We crank up the noise, we get ready for what is going to be the first of today. And a coffee in hand at 7 PM, there's never a better time, mate. There's never a better time. Here we go, green lights plenty. Liam Curran there with a brilliant start by the looks of things. It's going to be a top-down view. We see at the moment though, story so far, it's not going to promote over Biggie Hugs. It's looking quite close there. The order getting very squirrely. Red the Guzman there, a little bit out of order. Sal a little bit out of order. Pete Turner there is going to be a little bit more opportunistic. Eric Yang at the moment trying to find a position change at the moment in the field. But up against the pros, it's going to be something special. The top end of the field looking relatively safe. This is where the action is. Mike Lewin there with a brilliant lunge. Oh, he's going to get speared to the side. Nick and G goes straight off there. Oh, Pete Turner there gets a little bit tapped as well. Oh, it's going to be close. And my lord, Mike Lewin is going to get squeezed at the moment and pushed a little bit out of position. Mark Stevens here behind, James Lewin's behind that. And you can see Turner and Red the Guzman. Oh, it's getting a bit naughty from these two, and that's the 99 car sent around. Eric Yang sent around there by Max I think that was Masnik actually. Masnik sending them round as it stands at the moment, and that's not going to be all. Oma's going to be bullying and harassing as it stands at the moment. Biggie Hugs here has to get defensive and hold the inside over the curbs. Oh, it's starting to get pretty racy pretty early here, and my lord, we didn't expect that. Nick NG is sent into the barriers a little bit there. Pete Turner there picking themselves out of the dirt, and this is just the start of something special. My lord, let me tell you. As unfortunately race control has crapped out a little bit on me, so we're defaulting back to the old shift keys, but the story is to follow. Liam Curran maintains the top dog spot in P1. Nathan Henson chasing behind. Nathan Henson has to get a bit of a hurry on, and it's not over yet. Ohm chasing behind Max Moran and Mr. Masnik looking potentially on the inside, thinks about it and thinks against it thus far. Mike Lewin, as it stands, trying to chase a bit more up in the order, and as you can see, it certainly is getting quite racy at all aspects of the field so far. position change here between these two. Masnik was trying to make a position change on Max Moron, and these two are going to be very close. It's McLaren versus McLaren coming into this section. Oh, I think Masnik gets the move done, but will Moron look for a switchback? I don't think they will, but there's not enough room there. And wow, brilliant stuff there from the pairings, and it looks like Mark Stevens here trying to find a bit more. Trying to find a bit more pace to chase up to Mike Lewin. Mike Lewin's just keeping it together here. Max Moron though glued to the rear bumper of Masnik at this moment in time. And you've got to say, for a start, it has certainly not been a calculated affair by any means whatsoever there. People getting real racy at the moment. A little bit of a netcode spike just with the Oceanic versus European talent that we have on display today, but I don't think that's taken away from what is an absolutely brilliant start so far. As we can see, Ohm chasing up to the rear bumper here of Biggie Hugs, just sizing up in the mirrors. As they are the only Audi of today, and they are trying to find where they can pester and harass Hugs in the mirror. Oh, that was a bit of a moment there. Max Moron makes the position change by the looks of things. Masnik can't fight that, and that is Max Moron making a great position change there to come up, and it is a little field of 3 McLarens all put together so far. And the trainer cars currently mean anybody can take home the points at the moment. Liam Curran seems to be running away with it at the top end of things. So this trainer cars just tries to keep in a decent order. Ohm at the moment, oh, seems to slip down a little bit, but Masnik. What a train of cars we've got going on. Mike Lewin here looks to be very pacey, starting to get a bit more confidence coming out of the curves. Mike Lewin at the moment chases up to the rear bumper of Masnik. Oh, Masnik goes deep. Mike Lewin, this could be a position. Yes, it is. Brilliant overtake there by Mike Lewin for Tiger Racing, and that is a position change. I think that's also going to be Mark Stevens looking potentially for a promotion, and it could be good. It really could come home real nice here. They're not ducked under the rear wing, and maybe there's a bit too much fuel in that Ferrari. I thought they'd have the move done potentially, but it's not going to be so. Max Moron though has a blunder and a half that cuts across Mike Lewin. Is it going to get it done? Masnik's going to go to the left. Oh my lord, it's going to be 3 wide going into the corner. Oh my god, Max Moron. Oh, a little bit of damage there, and Masnik. It's getting real racy between these guys. Masnik goes quite wide. That's going to be Mark Stevens trying to look for a position change. It could be the inside. No, it's not. Mark Stevens is going to keep it very, very tidy. And these 3 just aren't letting up whatsoever. It is fantastic from all of them. And I think that's James Lawrence as well, looking at the rear of Mark Stevens. This is what GT3 racing is all about. And it's almost symbolic of touring car racing. Max Moron just about holds on to P5 as it stands at the moment, and Mirza Masnik somehow keeps the P6. I'm not sure how. Mark Stevens here trying to look a little bit more, and I think that was Ohm looking a little bit out of shape at the moment. They've dropped off the back of Biggie Hugs. And Tom, I can't agree more. It has been a fantastic battle so far. That's going to be the number 5 car of Aravina, and Perkins has just joined the session a little bit late to the party, but I'm sure they'll be in for the race too. And Max Moron here is going to maintain the position just about, and yeah, honestly, I don't know how they went 3 wide and it didn't go a little bit more wrong there. James Lawrence just sort of lying in wait, trying to see if they can assess the situation. They're currently P1 in the amateurs. By no means is this an amateur effort.
and that's the 99 car going a little bit slow. We're just gonna get everything's Pete Turner there, just got a little bit wrapped up with somebody. Oh, and Leigh Perkins is going to dive out the pits and jump on track. Well, that's what we love to see. Story so far, just to relate to you at the front, 2.4 is the gap. Liam Curran is seemingly running away with things at the top end. Nathan Henson can't get the gauntlet down and put the pressure on at this moment in time. And Biggie Huggs still pulling a decent gap away from Omar Ohm for the time being, but Omar Ohm just seems to have lost a bit of confidence. I know they're fighting with some new tech, but oh, Mirza Maznik. I'm sorry, ladies, just we chime away for 1 minute and already these lot are kicking off again like an absolute pub brawl at the moment down in Imola. But the dogfight of McLaren's is surely not over. Mirza Maznik here gets the rear view mirrors filled up by Max Moore. Max Moore's going to try and tuck under the rear wing, but doesn't get the exit that they are exactly looking for. I don't think it's necessarily going to be enough. I could be wrong. Yeah, there's a bit too much resistance there. As it stands, Mike Lewin in the background there, trying to just make a bit more time up. Mark Stevens the same, James Lewin's the same. It is all kicking off towards this, and it's all... It almost seems like a five-way fight for P5, and it is just getting better and better. But I tell you what is getting better and better. Omar Ohm has just closed the gap quite nicely, and is trying to find a way onto the podium steps at the moment. They've neglected to do this season. And Mirza Maznik is certainly looking behind. I think that's Mark Stevens must have had a moment there. We're not too sure what just happened. I'll see if I can just get that for you. Yeah, it was a little bit of an excursion there in the sand, and that is going to dampen Mark Stevens' chances for that P5. It's gone from a 5-way to a 4-way fight. Nick NG is going to be climbing onto the back of Mark Stevens now. So certainly action aplenty. It's going to take a bit of pressure off, but the stove is still on and the heat is still intensifying. Max Moran doesn't want to give that position away by any stretch, by any means easily. Miles Stevens has plenty of capacity to come back. There's still about 19 minutes to go. Or Max. Mike Lewin. Mike Lewin's had a bit of a shortcut there. Definitely a little bit of a braking error, possibly on the judgment, but 1 second is the gap. Maznik appears to be just trying to get away with it a little bit more. Mike is still in a decent position here as well, but Max. This is the part of the race where you need to dig deep and you need to find a bit more confidence in the car. You've got 19 minutes, you've got to do it. You've got to find where you can get the most out of the car at this moment in time, and I think that's Eric Yang possibly being right close. No, it's not actually. Nick NG currently trying to chase up to the rear of Mark Stevens. Sal is currently trying to chase up to Eric Yang to damage on either of those cars. Oh, and that's Mark Stevens' head. Oh, Mark Stevens is heading off. That rear has just gone around, and oh, what an absolute shame. What an absolute shame there. That is going to really dampen their hopes. All the points in the pro category. And yes, this is a Oceanic League with a smattering of Europeans like myself who love it and love to fight against fellow Oceanic drivers. Oh, Max has gone real deep into the sand. Mike Lewin's starting to make up a little bit of tempo. And tell you what, not a bad effort from Mike Lewin to be in the position he's in at the moment. It's not an easy grid. Matt Ohm's lost a little bit off the back of Biggie Huggs, trying to find a little bit more tempo.
And Maznik is actually starting to take a bit of time out of Omet.
I think this is a battle that could be hotting up
a little bit up the further grid. I don't think that P3 is set in stone by any means. I mean, I'm currently... I'm currently seems to be going at a decent pace, don't get me wrong. 42.4. Oh, a little bit wide there. But they just don't have the measure of Biggie Hose completely. And Maznik behind is actually starting to make the pace up. But I tell you what, if I can just
chime in there, Mike Lewin. Oh, a little bit of a wide effort there. Mike Lewin has a big moment. Oh, and that's Ohm in the pits. There's a drive-through. That's going to take them down the order massively. I think that's them gone for this race. And the woes continue for Omet in terms of I don't know what's been going on. If it's a hardware thing, I'm just unsure lately. I truly am. But this isn't the usual form that we see from them, and it's really starting to show. It really is. James Lunan's at the moment doing a pretty stellar job. After saying, yeah, that's a Met out. That's a Met out straight away. And Maznik has the potential to climb into the podium positions. And just to read it back to you, Biggie Hug's last lap was a 43.3. Maznik's with a 42.1. 15 minutes to go. So there is definitely, this race is not over by any stretch at the moment. Eric Yang is going to be looking for a position change, possibly onto Guzman, and he gets it done on the inside. Oh my god, both of them go out massively wide there. Bit of a psychology battle, but I guess by the looks of things, and that's going to be Mark Stevens coming up behind now, starting to see if they can recover their race a little bit more. And if you looked at the standings, you think it's a manufacturer's cup, looking at the order of things. And Mark Stevens said, we know the pace. I certainly know the pace they have in hand, and I know what they can perform in that line tamer Ferrari, but the assessment so far. But it's Max Moron with a drive-through, 4 track limits, and that's the detriment of sprint racing sometimes, where you just push it that bit too hard. Max Moron's got a drive-through to serve, and that's going to promote much of the order. Mike Lewin's going to be a brilliant P5. Sensational stuff there.
Absolutely sensational stuff.
But we're going to keep them board. I think this battle's just going to get
hotter and hotter as it stands at the moment.
It certainly is. Red de Guzman. Red de Guzman's really trying to run away with this as much as they can. Eric Yang. Oh, Mark Stevens on the inside, thinks about it, puts the pressure on to Eric Yang, and we're getting an illustration of Mark Stevens' racecraft ability. I certainly have seen it before. I've fought with them in championships, and they really do put you under pressure. Mark does. He's more than capable as a driver. Let me tell you, he's got an absolutely star-studded resume to back him up. You see Max Moron in the pits there, coming out from their drive-through. Mark Stevens. The tension is certainly palpable in the cockpit. Red de Guzman there, a little bit slower on the order. Oh, a bit of a tap there from Eric Yang. It's getting very fast between these lot. It's going to be nearly a 3-way battle here for 8th position. It's all points aplenty. And Mark Stevens here goes towards the outside. Oh, switches back here. Is it going to be? No, it's not going to be enough. Oh, it is close. It is close, and it's palpable, and you can just see Perkins behind. And Perkins actually is slowly coming into this fight, even though they're late to the party. That can't be right, can it? I think it is. My lord, it is. Oh, and that's going to be Red de Guzman into the wall, into the barriers. And Eric Yang, the battle was hotting up, and we certainly did see it, not even see it coming, but there was definitely an area of it with just how close they were fighting, and what a shame that is. But Mark Stevens has got a job to do, and it is certainly going to help their hopes for this battle in the points. Guzman may have fallen, but Mark Stevens looks to rise as they just try to wrangle the most out of the Ferrari at this moment in time. The BM's been quite decent, very much superior, I think, on the curbs with its suspension. The Ferrari's not had a great time of it in terms of suspension when it comes to these sort of curbs. Really does have a bit more of a struggle. It's going to be close. Eric Yang, though, is no slack when it comes to this race, and one person behind in Imola is Leigh Perkins, who is slowly climbing themselves towards this battle. And with 11 minutes and 30 seconds to go, I think and I predict that it certainly is still going to be in the realm of possibilities, let me tell you, for that battle to be happening, as Mike Lewin at the moment is getting pressured as it stands by James Lewins. Lewins has had an absolute stormer of a season so far in the AMs and is starting to get even closer to Mike Lewin. Oh, not a bad effort here. James gets on the power in a decent way. It's a decent exit here as he tucks under the rear wing of Mike Lewin. Mike Lewin is going to have to go defensive, I predict, coming into this section here. So Deutsche Turbo is wunderbar as it climbs under the rear wing of that McLaren. Is it going to be left? Is it going to be right? Is it going to be nothing? What's it going to be? James Lewis thinks the better of it, and it actually backs off there. Mike Lewin, though, put under pressure, and James is actually taking this more concisely. Does lead the AM Championships. Asks the question on the inside mirror, puts the pressure on, and they don't want to risk it, and why would they? They're leading the championship and they're getting the job done. James has been sensational so far. I can't rain enough praise on them. And the relative gap as it stands, Mark Stevens has dropped a little bit off the back. And Leigh Perkins is surmounting a bit more of a charge at this moment in time, but Mike Lewin's done the unthinkable and got a drive-through penalty. Maznik is going to be quite happy in P4, but Lewins, is going to be promoted to P5, which is an all-time high for them. And that says it all. What a sensational race from them so far, and there's 9 minutes to go. Mike is going to get that drive through. They're going to go down the order a bit, and I don't know where they're going to end up. I'm going to have to find out. Their Mike Lewis is going to serve their stop now. Oh, Red de Guzman. There's still a battle brewing between Sal and Red de Guzman. They're doing similar kinds of lap times. Definitely a bit of damage for Alfred there on the front and sides of that McLaren. I'm not too sure what's happened for them to have that damage. And Mark Stevens took a bit of a chunk of time out of Yang on that lap. The battle is not over. Liam Curran has been rather steadfast. They've really had a bit of a biff on that last lap though, and judging by the looks of things, they've taken a bit of time out of Liam Curran. And it's not a bad effort, let me tell you, it's not a bad effort at this moment in time. It still could be P1 for Nathan Henderson. Gotta see what setup wizardry has come out of the garage of the Good Racing. Nathan, he's just analysing, looking at the lap times. It's 41.7s apiece. They're neck and neck as it stands. Nathan's on the chase.
just feel as if Nathan is getting closer and closer. It's about 1 second adrift now. Sorry everyone, just almost holding my breath on board. Holding my breath as the battle just comes tantalisingly down more and more between these cars. But I tell you what is also getting closer and closer. Mark Stevens and Leigh Perkins are
Still in a little battle of their own for P7, no less. And you can just feel as if still the tension just is more and more between them. Oh, Mark there goes a little bit wide. It is just, sorry, the tension is just so much as it stands at the moment. Mark is climbing ever so closer.
But you know, honestly, you know what else has come a bit closer? These two. I think Nathan's got a bit better on the tyres at the moment. Leigh Perkins is going to dive into the pit lane now. Unsure why exactly. And Liam Curran is starting to feel the pressure. But time is ticking down in the last 5 minutes. I don't think Liam's got damage by any stretch, loosey-goosey. Still seems to be in a decent order. Thinks there's a better exit here, but I think this is where Nathan is going to reel in a bit of time. 3 laps left to go. And we're just gonna assess the situation here. I think Nathan's got a bit more time to make, but Max Moore at the moment is climbing up to the rear of Pete Turner. Yeah, Leigh maybe has damage, I'm not sure. Oh, Max Moore is going to look for the inside here. It's going to be pretty close. Pete Turner, how are they going to decide how to fight for it? I think that's going to be Max on the inside. Pete Turner is going to let the move happen. Oh, and I think that's going to be Mike Lewin as well, looking for potential change here. Thinks about it and just climbs back to the inside there, asks the question. Oh, Mike, it's going to be close. It's going to be under the rear wing in a very similar manoeuvre I think we've seen before. Mike Lewin's going to look towards the inside. It's going to be close. He puts pressure on him. How brave do you feel, Mike? Really brave as he goes to the inside. Does the switchback happen from Turner though? It could be so. Oh, Mike Lewin just blocks it though. Defends it, and that is going to be the position change. Mike Lewin gets the move done. It was messy, don't get me wrong, but it is done, and my God. Very nice there from Mike to get a bit more of a recovery there. The laps are ticking down between these two as well. 0.6 is the gap, and back markers are coming up. This could be a crucial decider. That's Leigh Perkins up ahead. Nathan fighting the car here. it's a good apex there. Nathan is getting closer to Liam, and Liam is starting to struggle in the tyres. Oh my lord, it's getting closer and closer. In 0.2 is the gap. Nathan Henderson is pressuring after Liam Kern. This is for P1 in the race. I didn't think Liam could potentially lose this, but it could be done. Nathan Henderson, Hendo Sendo is the nickname he's been aptly given for many an opportunity, many a time here in the sim racing scene. Loosey Goosey has become quite loose and almost a bit stuck in the mud here. Oh, it's going to be a little bit of a shift of the weight of that AMG, and it didn't look too good. Oh, a calculated effort there. Liam is trying to get the most out of the AMG, but I think Nathan is going to be tucked under this rear wing. It all comes to these two exits here. Nathan Henderson following the 43 car. Oh, Liam Curran struggling to get out of the corners a bit more here. Low rear wing from Nathan Henderson. I think it's enough. It looks like Liam had a really decent exit, but so has Nathan. Nathan is going to be tucked under the rear wing of that loosey-goosey AMG, and it's going to be very close coming into this straight. Where are you going to go? Left or right? Oh, the door's got to be answered at some point. It's going to be something special, I'm sure. It's going to be looking to the right-hand side. Pressure is put on. Liam has to go defensive. And Liam is just getting pestered and harassed in the rearview mirror. Nathan, this is the final lap, and it is all coming down for all the marbles here. Nathan has to put more pressure on. Oh, Liam a bit more calculated in his measure here, but he has not a great exit coming out of there. Nathan is still tucked under that rear wing. It's 0.4 is the gap. We're going to remain on board. And Nathan's got to send it. He's got to just put down the pedal, find the aggression. And you can just hear the roar of the Aston trying to find a bit more intensity up towards Liam. It's going to be close. I think potentially it's going to depend on these last three corners. It certainly is. And there's going to be some back markers here just to make matters even more interesting. Oh, Liam looks a little bit out of shape here. But he gets the exit just enough. It's going to be close. It's going to be Nathan Henderson really tugged under Liam Kern's rear wing. Oh, it's close. Is it going to be enough? Liam Kern gonna get exit in. Nathan's gonna get screwed out this last turn. I think it's gonna be Liam. It's gonna be Liam. It's a low wing start, but it's not enough. Liam Kern gets it done. And how did they get it done? I don't know, because that was one hell of a battle there. Nathan could have been a little bit more racy as some avenues, but my lord, it was so close. So close between these two. Biggie Hugs is going to take P3 there. Sensational effort from them. Mirza Maznik is going to take P4. Alfred Sal is going to take P14 there. James Lewis, a brilliant P5, a career best from them, if memory serves me right. Nick NG is going to take P6, and I don't know how. They've had quite a bit of damage, but they've managed to keep it in a decent effort there. Brilliant points for them. Eric Yang is going to round that P7. Didn't have as much harassment from Mark Stevens as I did anticipate with his pace here at Imola, and Mark Stevens there takes it home P8. Oh, but it's going to be to the line actually between these two. It's going to be Mike Lewin potentially looking up for a bit of a move. It's going to be the inside of him, Mike Lewin. He's going to think about it, but it's not over yet. It's not over yet, or maybe it is. Oh wait, hang on. Oh no, a little bit of the sand there. Max Moran there just holds it just about. Max Moran's going to take P9, that's going to be Mike Lewin P10. Phil Turner's going to take P11, Reto Guzman is going to take P12, and oh, that's going to be Max Moran doing a bit of a slide into the barriers. Lee Perkins took P13, and wow. What a race start. What a race one. Holy moly. That was absolutely fantastic stuff there. That was very, very enjoyable, let me tell you. And we're just going to get ready for race 2 here. So run and grab yourself a drink.
Don't go anywhere too soon. We've got race 2 coming up. And if it was anything to go by, I only think it's going to get a bit more intense. People are going to have their races reset, cars reset, 30 minutes to go, everything to send. And Nathan there really put a bit of a step with that. I thought it was a done deal. The stamp looked licked and sent by Liam Curran, but certainly not the case there. Nathan Henderson definitely putting up a definite case there for the P1. I'm your host, Charlton Matoni here at Sensational TV. I'm going to take 1 minute to absorb my coffee real quick. And then we will get back into the swing of things. Hello everybody, I'm your host John Patoni, coming back to you after a bit of a hydration break there. And there we go, Perkins is going to get that last lap done. I thought that might have been a bit of an issue.
We're going to do some driver interviews for the time being and just have a quick chat with some of the drivers as we just yank the music down just a brief moment and just leave it a little bit in the background, a little teeny bit. We're going to drag in Nathan Henderson and have a very quick chat with them. Nathan, you're here on the broadcast just for a very quick driver interview. Sorry to drag you in, mate. How are you?
Not too bad yourself.
Mate, doing absolutely sensational. Mate, talk me through it. P2, but it looked like it was a done deal for the opening stint, but then you came right back into it. What was going on?
I don't know. I think Liam had 3 track cuts. I was just trying to capitalise on that while he was stressing a little bit, but he kept getting too good of a punch out of the corners for me.
Yeah, it certainly seems
So do you think coming into the second race you've got him a bit more assessed and can put a bit more of a battle to him by the looks of things?
Yeah, I hope so. I know it's pretty quick.
Yeah, no, he's a bit of a pain, isn't he? Nevertheless, we'll look forward to seeing how you get on. I'm going to drop you back in, my friend, and have a little bit more of a chat with the AMs. Take care and good luck.
Thank you. Cheers.
That is Henderson there. We're just going to pull in one person who's had a very decent effort into the casting booth. 1 second. Biggie Hugs, I've kidnapped you away into the casting booth just for a quick second for a driver interview, if that's all right.
Yeah, right.
Lovely stuff, mate. P3 and brilliant position on the board for the qualities. Tell me about it. What has been going on? Imola a strong track for you. Aston a good setup. What's been going on?
I'd have to. Imola is just a good track for me. I'm still getting my head around the Aston, and yeah, no, I was pretty lucky to get that final lap out. Just a few coming up to it, leading up to that final one. I just couldn't get valid laps in, so I was happy about
30
it.
seconds.
No, certainly so, mate. Well, we'll look forward to see what you can produce. You think you'll be harassed a little bit more from the McLarens behind you, or do you think it should be a done deal coming into this?
20 seconds.
I reckon it might be a little bit of a fight with Maznik, but we'll see how we go.
Mate, good luck to you. All the best, and we'll see you on the grid, mate.
10 seconds.
Thank you.
So those are two drivers that we need to have a very quick chat with. We will pull in Mr. Liam Curran as well, and just assess his race so far. And the last of our driver interviews, Mr. Liam Curran, Mr. Goose. Mr. Goosey Goosey, how are you, sir?
Yeah, pretty good. Can't complain.
It's been a sterling effort from you so far. It looked like it was a very strong opening stint from you. Nathan coming back into the mix a little bit later on. What was going on there? Tell us about it.
Just the car's not quite behaving how I anticipated it. It's just hit a couple slides and just he closed the gap. He's been a bit more consistent than me, so hopefully this time round we won't won't have those, but fingers crossed.
Oh, certainly so. Well, as the British like to say, let's hope you're not a bit of a bottle job, mate, and let's take it home. Good luck to you. Well, I'll let you get back into the room with things. Take care.
Yeah, thank you.
Alright, well that was Liam Curran there, who has been doing a sensational job in the Goose Motorsport AMG, and as you heard it from him, a little bit, the car's not performing exactly how he wants it to. He's still able to extract a very good amount of performance out of it, and Nathan Henderson's going to be definitely plucking under that rear wing, looking to try and close the gap a little bit more. Maznik as well has been quite sensational.
We've got one hell of an effort ahead of us.
As we come up to the grid, as we come up to race 2 here. And this is where Slipstream shines with his championship hopes up and down the grid, from the pros to the AMs. Battles are plenty, pace to find for all the drivers, and 30 minutes to find it in for race 2 here. Red the Guzman there didn't have the best effort coming into race 1, but they're certainly looking as if they've got a bit more of a fight ready to go for the next race. Alfred Sau had a bit of damage. Oh, Perkins there just deciding to do his best lawnmower impression. We're just gonna run along with the cars for now and just assess some of these beautiful paint jobs. Some people deciding to go inside of each other. We're not going to question it. We're not going to ask it. Nathan Henderson, Liam Curran going to be battling for the sheep states coming into Imola here. Dreams are light still with the championship, rounds to fight for, and Imola to fight it in. There's 30 minutes to go.
We're in for race 2. We're going to turn the music out.
I'm going to get ready for a race start. So, story so far, Nathan Henderson still has the pace in this race to close up to Liam Curran, but is it going to be enough? It wasn't in race 1, and it nearly could have been. Race 2, we're going to be green in just a moment. Who's it going to be? Liam Curran, Nathan Henderson, Hugs, Maznik? I don't know, but let's find out. Green, green, green as we go into the race now, and it's going to be Maznik looking to find a bit of a move there. No, it's not. It's going to be Nick and G, who's going to be looking on the left-hand side there. Oh, very close. Oh, it's going to be big moves here. Oh my God, Maznik's gone off. Masnik's gone off. Oh my god, big disaster there. Oh my god, that's going to be Turner, that's going to be Leigh Perkins, Masner, that's going to be Nick NG. It's going to be a big shuffling of the grid there. It's going to be Hugs at the moment, still under the rear of Henderson. And Mike Lewin. Wait a second, Mike Lewin's P4. Mike Lewin is P4. Eric Yang P5, James Lewin's P6, Max Moron P7, Mark Stevens P7, Alfred Sapp P8, Nick NG P9, P10 Masnik, Pete Turner and Leigh Perkins there, P11, P12, and Red de Guzman drive through penalty. And my lord, what a shake-up indeed that was. I wasn't anticipating that whatsoever. And do you know what I love in Slipstream? I love a scrappy midfield pro versus AMS battle. That's what I love. I love to see it. It's a guilty pleasure of mine, and we're going to get plenty of it, I think, coming into this when Nick and G. It's going to be a potential position change there. Mark Stevens look to get all over the rear bumper of Max Moron. Then Max Moron, the net code is not liking this one. Max Moron goes wide there, and Mark Stevens. They're both going to go off. They're both into the barriers there. And that's going to promote Leigh Perkins, and it's not even going to be a Miroslav Masnik is going to be on the left-hand side here of Alfred Sau. Is it going to be a position change? I think it potentially could be. Yes, it is. Masnik seems to have got this move done. Alfred Sau doesn't want to give it up easy, but they're going to have to, because that is a position change. Then Masnik's got the move done and looking brilliant as well. Looking sensational. James Leonard is going to maintain their position at this moment in time. It's not going to be too much so, but it's going to be actually Biggie Hugs is actually keeping with the front two at this moment in time. They could be finding a little bit more tempo to support their campaign. They've had a podium for the opening stint, and these two are just going to keep going. It seems that there's a little bit of aggression between them, and can you be surprised with that kind of performance there? Max Moron. That was going to be, I think, Pete Turner just jumping out of the way for these two. And he sends him! He sends him completely off and smashes him round there. Dear, Stewart's gonna steward. So we're gonna say about that one. Biggie Hugs there. Biggie Hugs keeping with Nathan Henderson at this moment in time. They're possibly looking for that P2. But my god, what a battle. What a battle we've got going on, and it's just ramping up and up at this moment in time. It surely is. You can even just see it behind you there. Eric Yang's trying to climb up to Mike Lewin. Mike Lewin in P4 and in a sensational position for themselves. I think that's going to be a potential career best this season. And you know what, James is certainly starting to get into the mix as well. James holding the rear of Yang at the moment, and this is for P1 in the AMS. This is for championship glory. A little bit late there, James, on terms of the apex, but not a bad effort whatsoever. Nick NG is currently getting a little bit chased there. Leigh Perkins in the distance, just biding their time, trying to hustle it, and I know that Leigh is quite quick at this track.
Tell you what, Biggie Hugs at this moment in time is going to be still pretty quick.
And it seems to me as if Liam Curran's got the better of these two coming into the opening stages at this moment in time. They're just trying to get the most out of their AMG. Oh, a little bit screwy there, but the Loosey Goosey remains supreme at the moment, at this moment in time, and it's going to be still biggie hugs. Now, I mean, I said in the driver interview that, are you going to worry about the McLarens? And he, you know, Hogs, in fairness to him, potentially said, yeah, I am actually, especially Maznik. But it seems to be the case that actually Hogs underestimated his capabilities in the Aston at this moment in time, and it's going to be a very brilliant stuff there. Oh, Eric Yang a little bit wide there as the gap drops ever so much there. James Lewin and Mirza Maznik. Trying to chase Nick NG. It's ever so close. Ever so close there. Gonna have to monitor this situation though, because Leigh Perkins is slowly but surely getting into a very good pace to chase for this race, that is for sure. But Maznik and this is the exciting thing with the possibilities of a bit of a mix-up grid in a sprint is, you know, different people, different paces. Oh, Misner there, a little bit over the curbs. Yeah, as I was saying, sorry, it means that there's a lot more battles that will be ongoing and burning into the long term of the race. You will see as people start to close in on each other that you wouldn't normally see particularly, and it just makes the racing ever more interesting. A bit of slipstream law. It's always that Imola is one of those tracks that championships come down to the wire. And Mirza Maznik is going to try and hold the outside here. Oh, a bit of a collision there with Nick NG. I think that was inevitable there. They come around the inside. They don't want to give up that battle. They flash Nick NG there. I think a bit of an indication as to how they feel about that manoeuvre as Leigh Perkins starts to climb a bit more into the picture between these two, and just keeps things ever so interesting. Biggie Hugs is still 0.8 away from Nathan Henderson. Illustrating their capabilities in the Aston so far, and fair play to them, honestly. An excellent opening stint there. Oh, and I thought that was, it was a bit of sand thrown up there by Liam Curran, and it's not really going to phase them too much. Mike Lewin at the moment seems to be having a little bit more of a gap. I think that's Alfred, who's just had a moment there. Yeah, Alfred so is going to climb across the dirt, looking a little bit more pear-shaped. That's going to be Pete Turner closing on them at a rapid rate of knots. Phil Turner's trying to get their championship back underway. Alfred, what can you produce in the defensive? That much needs to be seen, and Pete Turner's no slouch. They're a very calculated driver. They know a bit more precisely what they want to do, and they're not a big risk taker, I've noticed. But Phil's in a situation that demands a level of aggression and a level of calculated measure. But as does this, Maznik is currently trying to get up to P7. Oh, that's going to be Eric So again. Gets sent round. And what happened just there? We're just going to get a quick look. And what did happen there? I'm a little bit perplexed. Oh, just lost it on the curbs. Just lost it on the curbs.
Oh no. And that is all she wrote, unfortunately, for Sal at the moment. That's going to put them down the grid a little bit. And Majnik at the moment still trying to climb up to that rear. Eric Yang still trying to chase after Mike Lewin, but do you know what? I didn't think I was going to say this, but Biggie Hugs certainly trying to get a little bit more up the order to a P2 by the looks of things, and he's doing similar lap times to the front two at the moment. He's actually on a stormer. Biggie Hugs is unlocking a really decent amount of pace here. And if the battle keeps us, I mean, Liam has run away with this in the opener. But the battle for P2 is hotting up, and I mean, it's going to pay really quite nicely for Liam in this instance. And two best mates who are certainly not going to be sharing a car one after this by the looks of things. Maznik and Nick NG, as Maznik sends it over the sausage curves and tasted there. Max Moran seems to have slipped down the order a little bit. Maznik just trying to find where Nick and G is weak. I think they've got the legs on the straight potentially. Is this going to be a move? And Nick and G just tries to park it there. They're looking a little bit slow. Maznik could be looking for a move there. Nick and G gets really defensive there. Maznik's going to try and force the agenda on the inside, and I think they're potentially going to do a bit of a lunge here. Oh, they thought about it. Nick and G is getting... There's a real psychological battle between these two as it stands at the moment, but there's not all she wrote, because Eric Yang at the moment is still trying to find a way past Mike Lewin. Mike Lewin's holding on to a P4 and a sensational P4 at that. Mike Lewin's is going to be P6. Sorry, James Lewin's going to be P6. Oh dear. Maznik currently... keeping it rather close. And Maznik's going to look towards the inside. They know it's a difficult corner to do, and it's a really brave lunge into the unknown if you are to do that. And I think Maznik at this moment in time is assessing the options. There's plenty of battles up and down the grid. Pete Turner, Mark Stevens catching up to Max Moron as well. Oh, Maznik nearly into the rear. But, oh my. Biggie Hugs is actually getting closer and closer. And it is rather close between these two. And it's not just these that are keeping close. It's going to be Eric Yang as well, who's looking on the right-hand side of Mike Lewin. He's got to go defensive. Oh, it's into the grass. Oh my lord, and it's into the barriers. And it's into the sand. Oh my god. And that's going to be a promotion for James Lewins, who's in P4. Who's in P4. What a change of events. Eric Yang's going to take the position over Mike Lewin. And a moment of madness costs Lewin 2 positions here. Maznik climbs all over the rear of Nick NG. It's a lunge on the inside. Nick NG gets pushed a bit wide psychologically and not physically. Maznik is just getting harassed. Sorry, I'm just losing it. It's too much going on. Maznik is harassing NG at this moment in time. And my lord, what an effort. What an effort. It's not over at all. Pete Turner here is getting a real battle on his hands, as there's two very plucky pros right behind him. And what a toss-up it is. There's not many AMs on today, but the ones that are in the top 3 have got one hell of a battle going on. Max is going to try and force the agenda for a lunge, potentially into the turn. Oh, they thought about it. Very close there. Max is just... Max is just keeping under the rear wing of Phil Turner. It's going to be close between these two. And that's going to detriment his line. I think that's going to be Mark Stevens. Oh, we get 10 rounds! Huge collision there. Oh my god, sorry. It's all gone absolutely pear-shaped there. And what the hell was that? That was craziness. Max Moran's going to enter the pit lane. No, they're not. They're going to die. Oh my lord. What the hell happened there? I don't know if I even want to replay it. What the hell happened there? That was surreal stuff. Wow. I don't know how to summarise any of what we just witnessed, but yeah, wow, craziness. James Lewins is in P4 at the moment. They've got Eric Yang trying to chase behind, Mike Lewin behind that, who's still quite pacey. Nick NG as well, right behind Mike Lewin. It's going to be a potential send into the sausage curves. No, it's not. It's going to be Masnik remaining in the rearview mirrors. It's going to be Mike Lewin had to fight for their right for the points.
And the battle just continues on and on. As I need to hydrate, ladies and gentlemen, because the Solarcast is a little bit demanding on the vocal cords. But Nick and G.
Looking at the timings. Mike Lewin's looking a little bit more vulnerable there with a 42.8. Nick and G with a 42.5 and Masnik on a 42.3. It's a pretty clear indicator as to how the situation's going between these drivers at the moment in time. And Biggie Hugs had a bit of a bad lap with a 44.5. James Sims with a 42.9. I expect that's a bit of a blip for Hugs.
Just going to keep on board here with Nick and G as they try and assess the situation behind Mike Lewin at the moment, as if they've not got enough to worry about. Masnik is climbing all over the rear bumper of them, and Mike Lewin's starting to assess that situation as well. He can certainly see it in the rear view mirror, or I'm just going to follow at the rear wing there. You can just see Masnik climbing all over Nick NG.
And tell you what, ladies and gentlemen,
This is a bit of an angle, isn't it? Just to assess the distance. The distance between these drivers. And the battle is far from over. Mike Lewin at this moment in time has got a bit of breathing room in P6. They're trying to chase up towards Eric Yang. Eric Yang's but some of the dark times. That's Masnik. Really big lunge on the inside there. They're going to take the position. Whoa! Nearly came together there. Darted out of the way of Nick NG, and thank God for doing so. That would have ended a substantially great battle that we've been witnessing here today. And coming into the picture with a 42.1 behind is Leigh Perkins, a name that we've not seen a lot during the cast due to them coming a little bit late today. But they're going to start to come a bit more into the picture.
and I'm glad for it, I truly am. Mastic though.
Masnik went for a bit of a send there. And I have to say, I think Mike Lewin here has just got that breathing room and capability to just find a little bit more pace in the car. They're trying to just get a bit closer to Eric Yang to get this move a bit more into order. And do you know what? One person I have to mention who's done an absolutely outstanding performance is James Lurens, an AM driver leading the championship, who's above some real seasoned talent here at Slipstream. I was going to say sensational then. That just goes to show where my brain's at, doesn't it? James Lurens, take a bow, mate. Absolutely great performance so far. There's 8 minutes 50 seconds left on the clock at this moment in time. And what would you know? Leigh Perkins starting to come into the picture. A name that we see at Foregon and other such leagues. Never in doubt. Just in the waiting, and my lord, it's getting closer and closer. Is this performance? Leigh Perkins just assessing the situation with his two competitors ahead of him.
Mike Lewin's lost a little bit of time on this lap to Eric Yang. Eric Yang's 1.4 behind Lawrence. Lawrence is just keeping things afloat.
Seven minutes 40 seconds to go. Almost at a bit of a moment. Leigh Perkins is getting a bit of a better measure here. He's going to size up potential move on Maznik. Maznik's going to be on the inside though. Oh, Leigh Perkins goes right round the outside here. Potential move. He's going to keep his nose in it by the looks of things, and I think Maznik's going to have to go quite defensive. Keeps ahead just about. And Leigh Perkins just keeping Maznik in check at the moment, and Nick and G's going to start to have a little bit more breathing room by the looks of things.
Just for a bit of a recap for you all, in P1 at the moment, Liam Curran getting the job done and keeping things in a pretty dominant fashion here, followed by Nathan Henderson. 4.8 is the gap. Unable to match the pace of Liam in this in this second race here. I think he has a brilliant P3. And James Lawrence doing some very good pace, matching P3 and P2. Funnily enough, with their current pace at this moment in time, Eric Yang is about a second behind P5, Mike Lewin P6, Nick and G P7, P8 is Maznik, with Leigh Perkins right behind, Pete Turner quite a bit down the field but not out. Mark Stevens having a horrible day of it, but P11 is there standing at the moment. Sal P12, the Guzman P13.
Connections to the Oceanic Service, having a lovely time at this moment, but it's just, my lord, I think Leigh Perkins could be on for a move, possibly. No, they're just keeping things stum at the moment, but the potential is there. As they go a little bit wide there, and it gives them a little bit of a cast to curse. Oh, Leigh Perkins having a bit of a blinking motion there. Their connection's also obviously a little bit of a weird one. Apologies about that. Masnick is still clambering up towards Nick NG as it stands at the moment. Oh, it's coming down to the last 3 laps now. Masnick. They've got to look for a big send here if they want a chance to make it up the grid, but Nick and G's just kept a consistent effort in the AMG. Mike Lewin there just hasn't been able to find the form to catch a bit more up to Eric Yang and James Lewins. I get the impending sense though that Lewins is going to have to go a bit more defensive now, and certainly looking in the rearview mirror, I think that is the case as well for... Oh, I can't get the angles, there we go. For Nick NG as it stands at the moment, they're getting chased by Leigh Perkins. And you can just see the situation unfold, and Masnick gets a brilliant exit here. It's going to be right close between the pair of them, and it could be, oh, it's going to be the outside. Oh, big collision there, Perkins. Oh, Masnick's going to peel right off the road there. That is a very interesting overtake of either the C1, and they are just going to run away with it and actually use that to promote themselves up the order. That's going to be Leigh Perkins looking towards the inside there, but Masnick. Oh, I don't know if that's going to stand, mate. I think you're going to be in some trouble. I definitely think you're going to be in trouble there. There's a bit of a nudge, sure, but you can't just peel off and go straight across the track and expect to keep that position. Leigh Perkins.
Well, they're going to keep things still a bit tidy at this moment in time, but do you know who else is up the rear? It's Mr. Lurens, and forgive my French there. Up the rear is probably not the apt term, is it? Eric Yang at this moment in time, getting closer and closer to Lurens. Lurens is coming up to De Guzman.
Lawrence has a brilliant day of it so far, and again, it's a similar situation to last race, but Nathan Henderson seems to be coming a bit more into the picture with Liam Curran in the last couple minutes, but it's just not enough again. It's sincerely just not enough. It's a day late and $1 short, unfortunately, for Nathan. But Eric trying to find one of their best career finishes. Masnick is getting closer and closer. Leigh Perkins got the move done on Nick NG. They're a bit stuttering. It hurts my little head seeing them have to blink in and out, which is something I'm sure the admins will have a little look at following this race. But Mr. Masnick, although with a very questionable move over the grass there, doing his best yellow and black law, in my impression, is going to climb closer to Mike Lewin. We're in for the last lap of this session. Is it going to be a move to the inside? No, it's not.
And I tell you what, Eric Yang as well
is trying to size up a pass on the last lap versus Lurens. And Lurens has had a brilliant day at the office. What a fantastic result for them. Mike Lewins having to get defensive in the background there. And Mike Lewin steadfast in the defence. Oh, Masnick gets a bit of a moment there.
it's going to be a real close finish. But I'll tell you what, who comes out on top? We will try and back to the action. Liam Curran is going to take P1 in race 2. It's going to be domination from start to finish, from race 1 to race 2. It was looking close in race 1, but it's not going to be enough. Nathan Henderson takes P2. Brilliant pace in the race from them. Biggie Hugs makes it 2 for 2 with a P3. Double podium for them. And James Lawrence, take a bow. A round of applause for them. P4 in the standings for this race. And a career best result. Fantastic stuff from James. Eric Yang as well, P5. Very big benefit from there. Rebda Guzman's going to round up P13. Oh, Mirza Masnik takes P6. Leigh Perkins P7. P8 is Nick NG and Mike Lewin there. What happened? We're going to go back by a minute just to assess what happened at the end here at the death. And was this a sausage curb excursion? What happened here? Mirza Masnik appears to be on the inside there. Mike Lewin goes on the sausages. Leigh Perkins there looks for an opportunistic move. Oh no! And sends him. Oh, what an unfortunate there, and that's going to put them right down the order. Oh, Mike Lewin there just had an unfortunate set of circumstances come his way. Mirza Masnik, I don't know if that pass is going to stand from the grass, but plenty of drama there, let me tell you. So your results for today. It's Liam Curran in P1, Nathan Henderson P2, Biggie Hugs P3, James Lawrence P4, Eric Gang P5, Masnik P6, Perkins P7, Nick NG P8, Mike Lewin P9, Phil Turner in P10, Mark Stevens P11, Eric Sale. Is it Eric Sale? No. Alfred Sale, sorry. P12. De Guzman P13, Moron P14, Adavina P15, and I'm at home at P16. So, what a sensational race it's been. What a great occasion to have it in. Imola's been fantastic. I've enjoyed it with all you lot. And we will be here next week with the World Series at Watkins Glen. So, it's been a pleasure. Thank you all very much. And I will see you all in the next event, where I probably will be racing or casting. We will see. I've been your host, Charles Matoni here at Sensational. It's been a pleasure. Thank you all for tuning along, and we will see you all in the next broadcast. Take care, and goodbye.